Alright, for today's blog, I just want to say I haven't heard anything more on my grandma. Today, she was supposed to have radiation to the brain tumor. What my mom said is after this treatment, they'll give her some pills, but it will prolong her life for another 2 years. She will still pass away. I guess in another 2 years, according to what my Uncle David said to my dad. So, like I said, my dad isn't getting told really much anything by his own brothers or his parents on this. So, like I said, we don't really know what's going on. But it's just like with Menards today. I didn't want to tell them they should not have left me out there alone. They should have had two people out there the whole day. Like I said, I still can hurt my right shoulder really easy. Unfortunately, because I'm a lot older than the other ones, I'm more acceptive to getting hurt really easy. And like I said, I can't push carts anymore, and unfortunately, which I cannot say to my employer, I can't do carryouts either. So I can guarantee this. As soon as I get medical insurance, I'm pretty sure I could get a doctor's note saying because LaVon has a bad foot, a bad right knee, and a bad shoulder, she cannot do carryouts. She can't push them carts. And knowing my boss, Amber, she would look at it and at the doctor's note and say, well, then all she can do is put returns away all day. And if that wound up being the case, well, then unfortunately, then they don't have to give you full-time hours. They don't even have to. All they'd have to do is just pay you when to go to break. And even if that, you'd be on light duty, so you can't really do too much for returns. So, and to Lake Cali Memory Care that called me, they're from in Lake Cali, but technically probably Chippewas, the address would be. I don't know if I should call them back, because it's like, what do I tell them? I'm only wanting full-time? When I know the most hours you guys would probably give me is 20? So if I say, well, all I can do is full-time because I need medical benefits, they're going to look at me funny. So, like I said, there's a lot of things, and I guess Target turned me down again, but they sent me 4 turning down emails. It's like, couldn't you just done it with one? No. So, but like I said, and that's why I don't want to tell Chippewa River Industries, Greg Summerfield, yes, you can talk to Shopko, but Shopko will interview me because you're talking to them about me. And the first thing they're gonna ask me is, how much is your pay per hour at Menards? Now, if I go tell Shopko I'm making $11.98 per hour, they're gonna give me the holy cows look, and then they're gonna ask how many hours is Menards giving you, and I say on average per week, if it was a normal week, anywhere between 25 hours to 30 hours. And they're gonna say, we can only pay you at the most $9 an hour or 8 something an hour, and the most hours you're gonna get is 20. Working for us for up to 25 hours. They're gonna look at you funny. And again, I'd have to be going through this again and telling Shopko I can only take a full-time job. And then they'll turn me down just because mainly how much Menards is paying me. They won't get back in contact with Greg Summerfield. They'll ignore him. So, like I said, yeah, that'll end that, and then they'll get frustrated, CRI would, and all that good stuff. And another thing is, like with my brother, it's like, I wish he'd come out and saying, because he does talk a lot about to his drinking buddies, not around our family, not around her family, from the way it sounds, about this waitress that works at Denny's that serves him and Shammy a lot. But he says, he sounds like he has a crush on this waitress, like, my brother even talks about wanting to marry this waitress and not Shamula, the waitress at Denny's. I never heard what color hair she has or skin color, how tall she is. All I've heard is that she's skinnier than Shamula. So I'm sitting there trying to think in my head, okay, she's skinnier than Shamula Antos, and Kevin blurted out older than Shamula. So he sort of knows the age of this waitress. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, so basically older than my niece Jessica K. Eliason. So she's older than 22, 24 years old. So I'm sitting there going, so she's near, probably closer to Kevin's age, I'm guessing. She must be this waitress. And he says, hints like this waitress is more, listening and not as controlling as Shamula. And I guess he's has this little thing where he says he'll dump Shamula and marry this waitress and date this waitress and da-da-da. And here's the catch. I never heard the name of this waitress, so I'm sitting there going, okay, so I know nothing of what this waitress looks like. I don't even know what her eye color is, how tall she is, everything. So, like I said, I don't know what she physically looks like. Just what I've heard him talking about her. And he says she works at the Denny's that him and Shamula go to and eat at on the weekends together. And I'm sitting there going, she works every weekend basically, from what I'm getting. And so it's either the Black River Falls Denny's that used to be named Flying J's, or the Denny's that is in the Quick Trip in Toma. So it's like, I don't know. Because this waitress could be working at either one of them. And, like I hate to say it to Kevin, you do know when Shamula Antos finds out about this that she ain't gonna be too happy, and she's gonna be wondering who this waitress is, too. And she ain't gonna wanna eat at Denny's after she finds out that you're talking like you have a crush on a waitress. And that's where I hate to say it. Kevin should admit this to the family. Even before our grandma really does pass away. Just because I think Even if you have to blurt it out and finally confess in front of Shamula Antos and answer about why you're saying two-sided stories. Two different stories in that. So, I know it would shock and surprise everyone in our family, but I think that is what's best that needs to happen to get off his shoulder. Because he said something like, that waitress sort of told him if it was her dating him, she would have let him still be living with her parents like he wanted. Because he said, like, Shamla forced him and threatened him to move out. And I'm like, but then when he's around our parents and family and around her family, he says the total opposite and agreeing with that bitch. Because, like I said, Shamla Antos and I will never be friends, will never be family. And that's the thing. I hate to say it to Kevin, if you marry her, I think it's just going to end in a divorce, because you're telling all your buddies how much you hate her, and you told me you hate her. And you told your buddies and me that she's beating the crap out of you and threatening you and controlling you like a dog. We don't know what's upset up and down because we've heard both stories on all this.